Hi, I'm Dr. Kamak Shaya. I'm your instructor for Excel VBA. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to access or how to use the formulas and functions inside worksheet. In my previous videos, I've explained you how to achieve the productivity inside a worksheet, and in a subsequent video, I have explained how to use cell addresses to manipulate the data. In this video, I'm going to explain you how to use the formulas and functions. So Excel is very popular for mathematical calculations and as well as for functions. There are roughly 1,000 functions. I mean more than 1,000 functions when we install Microsoft Excel in our computer. We can also extend the functionality using Visual Basic applications. I mean, it is a default programming language available for the programmers. I'm not going to. I already have the videos related to VBA, but in these videos I would like to confine to graphic user interface, no programming. In this video, as I have said, I am going to explain you how to use the formulas and functions. So as I have said, Excel is very popular and famous for mathematical calculations. For instance, if I go to any cell and put any cell, by the way, I have explained you this in my previous video. Whenever you put an equal sign in any cell, Excel now in a defense mode, it is expecting your formula or maybe a mathematical calculation. So I have explained you how to carry on with calculations on different values inside cells in my previous videos, just as keeping some 1 2 3 4 5 in different cells and then calculating or summing the few values in the cells. And in this video I'm just going to show you the mathematical power of Excel. For instance, if I want to square a number, so I can just use there is a function called square root, SQRT, and there I can just use 4. Straight away I can use the value without referencing. When I press, it is 2. Okay, so otherwise, assume that I have data in some certain cells like 1 2. Now I don't want to fill. I just shift. I'm using shortcut buttons, shift down arrow. Now use the mouse. So point, I have said there is a little square button here, right? So hold on that, press that square, drag this. Now it fills automatically. So that is one shortcut way to fill the linear number series within a column. Now if I come to the B1, so all my data is within a range called A1 to A10. So A1 colon A10, that is actually the address of my data series. Now I came to B2, and here if I put equals symbol and then use SQRT, now Excel automatically, this is called IntelliSense. Excel has beautiful IntelliSense mechanisms. It will show you all the tips, and you also see it has a little description like returns the square root of a number. So I just have to press tab button. Now it autofills. It's autofill mechanism inside Excel. Now use the left arrow key. It automatically goes to, I can just move freely. I can go anywhere else. Doesn't matter. Now Excel is expecting a value. So obviously I want to calculate a square root for 1 in the parenthesis. That is very, very important. You see, if you look at the formula, so equals, every formula function starts with equal. So whenever you put equal sign within a cell, Excel now expects a formula or a function. Now I'm using a function SQRT, but I did it manually. I did not select it from somewhere else. I will explain you that later, after a little while. Now I have typed SQ, or now Excel showed me required function. Then I used the tab button. You see, I'm not filling it totally because I don't want to make it manually for a fear that I might do some error because we are not good in typing. So I pressed the tab button in order to autofill the function. Now when I press enter, now square root of 1 is now see, that's okay, fine. So I just have to do this calculation for only one cell. The rest of the cells we can automate it. Excel supports beautiful shortcut buttons like as I have explained in my previous. You just have to use Control Shift and up down, right, left arrow buttons, right? Now I am on the on the my cursor is active on cell where I have calculated. I've done a calculation. Now for instance, say I go to the left arrow, I pressed the left arrow, came back to A1, control down, I come down to the last value of the first range. Now right arrow, control shift up. So this comes only, this is what we call productivity. So otherwise what I have to do is I should use cursor. I'll show you how to do that later. Now if I use control shift down, the control down, I'm sorry, control down, not shift, control down, it fills automatically rest of the values. Rest of the calculations are done automatically and the values are published. You should see what is the square root of 4, it is 2. What is the square root of 9, it is 3. Rest of the values we don't remember usually. And 1.414 is the square root of 1.43. Some values we can remember, but all the values it is not possible for us to. But otherwise 4 and 9 and all we can remember, they are actually the integers. The other numbers are actually decimal numbers, float values. So this is how we can use the functions and do some little calculations. So as I have said, that the purpose of this video is to explain the formulas and functions. I have explained you this is actually not a formula. This is I have shown you how to use a function, a default function called square root. Okay, there are formulas. For instance, if I want to use, say, I want e is equal to this plus this, okay, and to the power of 3 plus this, okay, b1 a4, and I can use here I can use square root of and this value. See I can just continue, and I can also use cube of another value, 2 to the power of 3. You see that hat symbol we call correct hat symbol. So what is this formula? I want to add 1 plus a6 to the power of 3 plus square root of 4 plus 2 to the power of 3. So this is actually the calculation which I want to carry on using some of the numbers or values available from range A. So where are the values? A1, what is the address of the variable? A1 to A10. Okay, when I press enter, this is actually, you can just go take the calculator, do the calculations manually and check back, and it doesn't matter, like Excel always does. You don't need to doubt the. Okay, this is a complex calculation. We can also use functions. I have used square root. You can also use sine, tan, cos, or sometimes any other pi. So by the way, I don't know. Let me see pi. Yeah, there is okay. I think it should be used as. Should I use that a function? Yeah. Pi value is there, and there may be some other constants. I don't know. Okay, exponential. I think it is a function. You can use, for instance, if I want to find the exponential, this is actually a normal distribution. Usually 1 to 10 is a normal distribution. There is nothing abnormal here. And I want to go for logistic. I want to calculate the logistic distribution to this normal distribution. I can use log. Okay, and then go for this. This is logistic transformation. So now, as I have said, Control D. This is logistic distribution. So log 10 is 1. I can also calculate some exponential. Use the exponential function for this, normal distribution, exp. These are all functions, not calculations. Okay, I'm using functions. So I already know, that's why I'm using. See, it automatically says, it filled automatically everything. I didn't drag or used a Control D. So this is logistic distribution. This is exponential distribution of the normal distribution 1 to 10. Okay. So if you are interested, you can just take XY graph, plotting normal distribution on X and the logistic distribution on Y. Anyway, that is beyond the objective of this video. I don't want to do that. So like this we can, and suppose I want to do some square root of 2, maybe square root of 2. This is calculations including functions, and exp, exponential of 4, and then log of, maybe I can say take 7. That is calculation. So that the value, I mean the result of that calculation is 56.85, something like that. So we can carry on with complex calculations endlessly in Excel worksheet. It supports so many things, so many extra functions. Okay, this is about the formulas. Okay, coming to the functions, as I am using some square root, sine and all. I didn't think the sines. These are trigonometric functions, right? Sine 30, I don't know what is sine 30. It is minus 9 cos 30 tan 30 degrees into radians, or radians versus degrees or something like that. Okay, now coming to the functions. Say for instance, my objective is to calculate arithmetic average of this. Obviously it should be 5.5. I don't know. So what I can do is, like, I can come down here somewhere and is equal to average. This is also a function. Now I can type like this and use the tab button to autofill it and choose. But whatever, the people who don't know that there is a function called average. Now what you need to do is, see here there is something called fx. Okay, it's insert function. So there is a shortcut. I'm going to tell you, listen carefully. Shift F3. So F3 is it's a function button, which is a row of function buttons available in every laptop in the keyboard, and usually it will be the uppermost row in the keyboard. So F1, F2, F3, these are special. So you just have to use Shift. I have to use function key together with F3. In few earlier laptops, we did not have the function. It is an alter button. So without using function, you cannot access function keys. In latest all today laptops, but earlier it was not like that. You can just straight away use. Okay, now it will fetch you another video, window inside a window. It's a sub window. Now you see most recently used, I used sum, average, if, hyperlink, count, max, sine, cos. Just now I used sine, cos, tan and all everything. Now here you got a downward arrow. It's a pop, I don't know, downward menu. So when you press this button, you got all financial. So these are all categories. You got so many functions given under categories. Now I'm talking about something called average. If you have some little idea, average belongs to something called statistical. Okay, it comes under, this function belongs to an area of operations called statistical analysis, or maybe statistics. Now you see here there is a function called average. Now when you press enter, it will let you know either a range or maybe a number. Now when I press this, I can use the cursor and fill the range here, and it will go back. When you press OK, see it comes 5.5. So this insert function is useful for people who are not aware of the functions. Okay, by this way, see, if you take the mouse and put the cursor somewhere in empty cell and press this function button, it will list out or populate all the functions for a given category within a window. If you take the cursor and highlight already a calculation which already we did. Now you see this is a function which we have done earlier. Now when you press this, okay, it will go straight away to that category of the functions where that particular function is available. Okay, this is how we do the formulas. We use the formulas for calculations and access the functions. You can also mix the formulas with functions in Excel and carry on with all difficult calculations. Okay, including sine, trigonometric functions, statistical functions, financial functions, probability distributions, and etc., whatnot, everything. In case if you think you don't have a particular function, you have the ability to create that function and use it inside your worksheets. If you are a VBA programmer, I have a series of demonstrations related to Excel VBA programming. You can just go back and watch my videos and learn programming using Excel VBA. Okay, that's for this video. Thanks for watching my video. Stay tuned for the new contents. Okay, bye bye for today.